Hello people, this is Indigo, welcome to Roguetech. I know I said no more big lips, but we really needed to get this forward. At least until we got our 7th, sorry. So there we went, and I did another week session overnight. And there we went. At the start it was just about grinding money again, because big things needed to be done on the Argo. We've been expanding the Argo relentlessly all the time, and as we got no real peaks usually on the missions we were going, we ended up just trying to get valuable stuff. Yeah, this Templar would have been a very good thing to have, but we went for money here, so picking 2 parts just wasn't good enough. So instead, we kept grinding and grinding and grinding. We took the odd choice for the future, but all in all, it was pretty much about taking the most valuable stuff around, unless there was something we really needed. The Ultra 10 ammo and the Ultra 10 would have been good, but it was just about making the most of what we had. To this extent, Radical, and just taking the Ultra 10, I think. No, I didn't recall this one at all. Okay, so there we go. We kept the cockpit advance, we kept some things, because we do have potentially new mechs to build, so there we go. This is one where we went for full salvage, albeit full salvage being just 3 peaks. Makes it difficult sometime, but I was expecting very good things from this one. And yeah, they even got the support lands. This one was just hiding all the time. So yeah, it was fun, because we zoomed around with the Wolverine. Wolverine here was a very fun mech to play, and yeah, we kept taking value peaks all around. It would have been good to take Crusader parks or the Flashman part, but all in all, as you can see, we only had 1.8 million, and new bigger things needed to be done on the Argo, such as the Gamma Pod, to get that 3rd training module going. So finding that Crusader was good, because the Crusader 9R brings a very big engine and a double XL, and that was just fantastic. We also had a Radical Proto Heatsink kit, Pirate, and 4 Proto Heatsinks just bundled. So just checking, we didn't have any more Thunder Augmented, we didn't. So pulled back and just took the obvious choice, which was the 4 Proto Heatsinks here. It took a while, but finally found them. And with that we kept going. Some parts, just scraping stuff, because we needed money badly. A double XL just sells for 312,000 with these settings, which is crazy considering what I'm used to get from them. But it's okay at the end. This has actually made us consider very well what we're doing when we go on missions. So yeah, I'm pretty much liking this playthrough. I'm having fun the setups on the mechs are actually quite lacking, but at the very same time they're quite fun to play. So this rifleman was scary and he made us pay. The Wolverine was just a joke. But yeah, all in all, also a very nice mission in which we got a bit of damage, but we actually managed to get some stuff to sell, which was probably just double heatsinks kits here. I'm not sure, but I'm just, yeah, knowing myself. This was about it. We got one part of the Warhammer, and yeah, just sold big things because we needed them. So just needed that money because the module, the Gamma module, is 1.9 mil, I think, with these settings. I don't know. Well, it's just about that expensive with every setting you make, but I think we've got some Comstar guys around. Here we went for money, for pigs, I think. And we were actually greeted with very good salvage. The very good salvage being the Bandersnatch. It's, as far as I can tell, it's one of the new mechs they've added lately, because I'm not used to seeing it. I've also looked at which factions can field it, and it's also normal that I usually don't see it, because this thing is pretty much restricted to Comstar, local government, Federated Sons, and not many else. It brings a Marauder model. In theory it's compatible to Marauders, but I don't think that's the case here, yet at least. Compatibility might be implemented in the future, but not right now. So, and yeah, with 4 parts of this one, we kept going. We kept battling for Comstar because... not for Comstar, for Liao. Because that started to bring bundled stuff. That was a nice way of starting to see benefits from what we were doing. There was a bit of a beating here, but looking at the mechs available here, you would have never have said we would get so much damage in. But sometimes it happens. You just get a bit overconfident over something, and you just get trashed by a mech or two. We got talents here, it's important. And random salvage wasn't very good to us in this one. Still, getting the talons helps for the builds we want to make, so... And at some point we have to swap the configuration of the Wolverine and the Hunchback, because the Hunchback's the better mech for poor punches, while the Wolverine can be used to kick. That being said, I'm having a lot of fun with the Wolverine right now, as things are. So yeah, there's that. Not much to be had in this one either. So, other than this Shadow Cat, which was a pain, and the Urban Tank just thumping us from across map, there was nothing really very big to take here. So we went with the Ultra Clan, and yeah, that's the cat puking because she uses to do that when recording, just to not lose traditions, I guess, and we took a second exile plan. Could have gone for ammo for the Ultra 10, but we're going to find Ultra 10 ammo as we keep going. There was a clan hitting kit as well, and some decent things all around, but at some point I'm going to sub the Ultra 10 on the Hanchi on the Ultra 20 for an Ultra 10, so that we can get room for a bigger core, so that we can implement the cockpit hot seat in there and just have fun with walking distance. So yeah, pretty decent random stuff in this one. Well, not really. I was confusing this one with one of the following ones, I think. But all things considered, the plan was coming along. It was taking longer. Not just because of us going with 8 parts, but because of the financial settings we had imposed ourselves. This was mostly the biggest change here, because really it's not about the limited picks, it's about having the obligation to go for money sometimes that just slows your progression a bit. That being said, it's a nice change from usual, whereby week 52 we're usually already just fielding assaults and so on. So yeah, or tackling 5 scores if you want. We kept going against the Federated Suns here because of what we said earlier. We had 4 parts of a Bandersnatch, so I was trying to get 4 more parts of a Bandersnatch to just build the thing. But alas, it was not meant to be, or at least not yet. One important thing we got from this one, I think, if I recall correctly, it's actually, let us get a bit down, because I think this is where we got some special MRM ammo. And yep, there is that. That point, if I recall correctly, we started going for assassinations. Not yet. This was against planetary government because we also had the options they could field Bandersnatches. And we got the Wolvie back in the lands because that was actually... Here, that's one of the interesting things. Tank having... not Phantom Mech, but Roadrunner, I call it. She just can make the Wolverine move and get it to 8 evasion. Loki can get it to 7, but getting to 8 is such a crazy thing. And she makes it move, I think she sprints for 15 hexes, which is craziness. Yeah, on this one we actually ended up taking the 300, if I recall right, because there was really nothing else of value to be had. Just very low rolls on the up 4 formation table, which meant we just scraped everything we got from these ones. You can see the bank balance going up, and that's important because in less than 10 minutes you're going to see how we go on crazy stuff. So a blackout. Where we got a fair amount of money. And the up 4 actually turned out to be quite impressive, if I recall right here. There was a catapult which had to go because it was very dangerous. There was hybrid carriers, crawlers, the Warhammer X, which is the hyper laser Warhammer. This one was actually a bit of a nightmare to tackle. But the Hunchback now started getting, the pilot on the Hunchback started getting better and better, and we were able to land those Ultra 20 shots occasionally, not all the time, but yeah, it was fun. Here we took the catapult part because it just gets us to 4 catapult parts combined, so that whenever we get a full catapult, just in case we do a bit more than legging it, we have enough parts to actually get a catapult, because it's been a while since we fielded one. A big salvage mission against Zeniths. I forget what I was looking for here. I think they don't have the chance to spawn Bandersnatches, so a bit unsure. The rifleman here got wrecked, yeah. But it was mostly from the Omni Blackjack and a stealth crab shooting from the distance, if I recall right. There was a chaparral as well. No, that was the Clint Eastwood, yeah. That was nasty as hell. But that's Clint Eastwood's for you. We got the air large because we had been running the Bellerophon without one for a while. I'd much rather have someone that doesn't clear mines whenever it shoots. The rifleman now we're using to just soften up people who are getting out of the minefield, but the Bellerophon I like to use as damage soaker and just shoot people inside, which is quite interesting, come to think of it. A way to maximize what we're doing on these ones with the setting we have. Had not we gotten mines, this playthrough would have been a bit crazy, I think, because we really lack the hard points to make our mechs better as we are right now. We've squeezed the most we can from the Wolvie, from the Bellerophon, from the Rifleman, the mobile turret is, and here's where we actually got 2 Bandersnatches. There was an AR and there was another one, but we didn't get any random part, so luckily we got an LRM-15, which allowed for the big rework on the Bellerophon, getting the LRM Minasphere out and getting an LRM-15 clan with a bit more ammo to actually make this work. But yeah, as tank was getting better and better with the Wolvie. We weren't using the Wolvie so much as a punch bot, but as a nasty backstabber, because the fact being able to move 14 hexes on a sprint is just crazy, come to think of it. So yeah, big escort missions, but all we got were Ghost 11s, Ghost 10s, nothing really big that we fancied in here. There was a Rifleman too, or 3 maybe, I can't recall now. Didn't pay attention, but yeah. And lots of planned old stuff, but actually none of what we wanted. So yeah, even you can see me just looking for value all around and thinking, what do I take on this one? Why didn't I go for value? In the end, ended up choosing the original one, which is the 11, I think, is the, or is it the 10? The 10 is the one, which is the stealthy one. So there we went, but again, it wasn't meant to be, even though we had the options of getting Ghost 11 parts as well and making this 4th mech. At this point I was desperate for a 6th mech. That's the Rifleman rework. We made it Radical Proto, we put 2 ear peeps and 2 ear mediums. And the Bellerophon just got back the larges, LRM-15 attack and a bit more ammo to make it a bit better. Here I forgot to actually mute the mic. It's going to be out in a second though. It's very hot these days, so yeah, everything's open in the house. And this assassination got us avatar parts. This is why I say that Mortis should have been an avatar. There was good stuff. I was desperate for AMS as well, but we didn't have ammo neither. One of the salvage runs we have to do in the very near future has to be getting ourselves AMS Mark II to actually make this work, because we are starting to get bigger and bigger mechs, and all we're having right now is bolt-on AMS and laser AMS, which is not ideal. We're starting to rake up real repair bills now, so yeah, that has to be taken into account. We got some Cataphact parts here, some de-risk silver bullet I think we sold because it's too much tonnage. It might be usable when we get to assault territory, but with the mechs we have, it's not really a thing. So another assassination. We only went for 2 picks here because we actually had enough avatar parts and Bandersnatch that if we got lucky, and we did, we only needed 1 avatar part or 1 Bandersnatch part. And that's why we only take 1 pick here, because we don't need more. And with that, concluded our search for a 6th mech. Crazy as it is, it took some 60 deployments, I think, to get that. So that was one of the times where it actually has taken me more to get that. We went for the Alter variant, not because we wanted another Alter 20, but because we had the chance to get a regular Alter 20 bin, and we actually did. The center was broken, but this really was a godsend. You know how fond I am of Omnis. The Avatar is a very sweet spot, being a 70 tonner with a core 280. The only downside is you're bringing an Omni ultralight gyro, so in the long run you want this thing to stay in the back. But for the moment it can provide mid-long range support and actually improve our chances exponentially. After getting the Avatar we had 4 million, so we actually made a very big jump. We scanned the horizon to see what was there to be had, what were the chances to actually... That's a big look on our storage. We have Bandersnatch, we have some Roughneck parts, we have that catapult 3s as well, about to be built. And yeah, we took a travel to New Oregon. It was 25 days, would allow us to just get the Avatar going. The big surprise was I made a big scrap session before doing this, and apparently I sold the ECMs, of all things. So when I was building the Avatar, it actually turned out to be that we had no ECM options. As crazy as this was, this didn't stop me, so I just built it in mind like I wanted it, so that we could really get it going. That's the state of the Argo. We got, we did the second mech expansion here, and that's the Avatar. It's not going to change much. We actually have too much ammo for the mag shots, for the AP Ghost rifles, but it actually works pretty well, all things considered, as the person running it is going to improve little by little. It's going to get better, I think. Here we left I think the Belleferon, or was it the Pondrak we left home? And it actually wasn't that good. We actually paid a bit the price here. In the sense, you're just going to see that in a second, that we breaked up quite some repair wheel from this one. The Avatar got a bit plummeted, the Wolverine almost got destroyed, the Belleferon took a heavy beating. That was 2 Helipolises in the back, I think, just having fun on us, on this ambush convoy. On reinforcements, we just spawned 2 Helipolises, which was fun. Not at all, but whatever. We took 1 Orion part here, if I recall right, and kept moving. But yeah, this actually made it that we had some other 10 days of repairs to go through, so we took a new travel, a new jump, to get nearer where we want to go. I was actually doubting myself here a lot, because a rangefinder triple plus is a very good one. But alas, limited salvage and money, it's just the way it is. If we were playing on normal settings, there would have been a lot of picks I would have done differently, but this is what it is. So we have to go through the settings we've decided, and this actually is making me think a lot harder when we're trying to do stuff here. So we took that jump to Algol. Minor reward just to get the talons by dropping the double Ultra 20 ammo and the upper recoil. We were able to just squeeze the talons because with 20 affinity on the punchback we actually get minus recoil and torso accuracy, which is a very good one to have. So that was that. We were actually dropping with the punchback and the avatar now, so that was good. And yeah, before starting the new session I have to actually take a while to figure out who of the spare pilots has to go on the avatar, because right now I've been just doing it pretty much getting the first person or the most developed person we have to go down. The avatar still was lacking ECM, but that was no problem. Little by little the person going on it was actually getting the feel of the mech. I was also getting it. There were tons of battle axes on this one. This actually was murder. We just obliterated the mechs we had in front quite easily. We could have gone for arrow picks in here, as there was several arrows and more importantly arrow inferno ammo. But I was still obsessed with money and went for an Excel and the Guardian for the avatar. Still, the random pick gods for once would come to actually help us. And by clicking confirm, we actually got one arrow and 2 bins of Inferno, which isn't a bad thing to have if we ever want to build one. Got the AMS into the avatar. With that, the build is more or less complete. I think I want to drop one of the regular rear mediums or one of the medium improved heavy clans and put another AP Gauss. That's mostly it. So I have no idea why I'm recording here. Mostly I think I forgot to stop. This just escaped editing for some reason. But well, we're quite near the society front. It won't take much to get there. So this could actually be a very good moment to just make one big money mission here before jumping and just get there and start with the big action. As we've stated, we mostly have quite full storage, plenty of mechs to be built if we just get one part of something we want to get. So it's actually a good moment to just take one last big money mission here and jump into society space and start getting the goods, society tech, Just looking at MRM60s, MRM10 societies are also very good things to have. We obviously know they do have those incredible lasers, the Supra variants, so yeah, it's actually going to be fun. And yeah, I'm very sorry. This actually has skipped editing for some reason. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the second one. I promise no more off the camera things going at this point. We're going to resume normal service from now on. And with that, we're actually just resuming and getting back into normal. We do have the avatar, we do have the punchbag and the Wolverine, which at some point, as I've already said, we have to swap roles. Right now the Wolvie is the punchbot. We want the Hanchy to be the punchbot, but we'll work on that. We need a new pilot for the punchbag when we do that. But that's the main reason we haven't done that yet. And with any further ado, well, I guess I'm going to stop short with 20 seconds to go. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please consider leaving a rating and a comment. And we'll see each other next time. Have a good one.